Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Minds and Money London, third day, and we have now here with us Lithium and Waldo Perez, who is the CEO of the company, who wants to give us an update because it's almost 2 years ago that we talked, Waldo. That's way too long.
Absolutely. Here we meet again. Thank you very much.
Yeah, great to have you here. You have a very interesting project in Argentina. Maybe you remind our viewers shortly about the company, where you're set up.
Absolutely. Lithium is a company based in Toronto Stock Exchange, also listed in Frankfurt and also listed in the US, who is actually today holding one of the most promising lithium projects in the world. It's actually the second highest grade project in the world, the lowest in impurities, and the fifth biggest lithium brine project in the world. So it's a very significant discovery.
Wow, fantastic. What status is now the company? I think you have done, of course, the PEA stuff already. You have already some permits. So maybe you can elaborate a little bit what is going on. And I think you moved to pre-feasibility now, right?
Exactly. We recently announced that we are going to complete a pre-feasibility in the next quarter. So we are very close to finish that pre-feasibility. Most of the engineering work is done. The reason why we wanted to complete the pre-feasibility now is because we recently announced an increase in the resource by 220%.
Wow.
So such an increase in resource obviously will have an impact in the mine life, in the size of the project that now can be bigger. And we also had announced several very important progress done at the process level. This is a brine project, which means that you are actually taking lithium from a liquid that is trapped in the sediments of these salars or salt flats. Now, the processing required in all lithium brine mines. By the way, I remind you there is only 5 lithium brine mines in the world in production. Okay, so we are planning to build the 6th, and it's going to be a very large one, by the way. But the important part is that all projects require chemicals to be added to the brine to process the brine to a high concentration lithium concentrate that will produce the lithium carbonate. In our case, our impurities are so low that this is the only project worldwide that does not require any additives or chemicals to get to a 4% purity.
That makes it cheaper also, right?
Does make cheaper to produce and also simpler. So all that has to be factored into the pre-feasibility study to get the right valuation.
Wow, fantastic. You have also a pilot plant already. Maybe you can tell our viewers what that means, and you make already some cash flow out of that?
No, I hope I can, but no. Let me explain. There is a pilot plant in place. The pilot plant is split in 2 parts. One is the part that you take the brine out of the ground and you concentrate the brine. So you basically, every more or less 40 liters of brine that you take from the ground, you end up with 1 liter of concentrated lithium brine. And the process in between is simple evaporation. That is, you let the brine sit on an evaporation pond that is like a swimming pool in the salar. Now, after that, that concentrated brine goes to a plant that converts that concentrated brine into lithium carbonate. That plant, which is in a physical different place, it's already built. Actually has been operational since this week, and we will be in full process. We are now making trial and error and actually fine-tuning it. The end of the year is soon, but by the beginning of the next year is going to be ready and operational.
Fantastic. So that means you can already test, you can already fine-tune how, let's say, a large production would look like later. I think that's a good idea, because it's always good to make, if mistakes occur, it's good to make small mistakes instead of large mistakes when you have invested already a lot.
Absolutely. This is actually 1 in 600. So it's 1 of 600 of a mistake. And definitively, this is a critical part. We are the only company out there with such a large facility and for lithium carbonate production using standard technology. There is no technology here we don't harness. We know exactly how to get there. There is nothing new that needs to be invented to process this brine. Each brine is different, and some brines are very difficult to process, and some projects take years and years and years to actually get there.
Yeah.
Instead, our project is using conventional technology. The low impurities makes everything so much easier.
Yeah. As you said, you are doing the pre-feasibility. A lot of work has already done. What I heard most here at Mines and Money was like when it comes to development or even also exploration, what is money in the bank? Are you safe for 2019? How does it look like?
Oh, we are safe for 2019, 20, and even beyond. We have $45 million in our treasury.
Good.
We are a very well-financed company. We can do everything we are planning to do and beyond. The objective, however, to build a project like this will cost $500 million. We are getting close, or we are getting to pre-feasibility. The next step is going to be full feasibility.
Yeah.
And
how long would that take?
That would take another 3 quarters. So we estimate that in 2020 or to end of 2019 to 2020, we will complete the full feasibility. Very reasonable, also reachable in terms of cash and everything. But very importantly, we're also running a process to partner. The objective is to get a partner to finance completely this project. This, of course, is a process. We cannot guarantee results yet, but we are well advanced, and there is a lot of companies that are really interested in what we are doing. Therefore, I am putting my bets on something that will come up soon. Of course, the pre-feasibility study is an integral part of this search, because the investor as well as the shareholder has to know the valuation of this project. And the PEA we did in 2017 is totally outdated. So we really need this pre-feasibility to provide a new value to the company.
And also, of course, to give certainty.
Absolutely, that's a source of certainty, yes.
Fantastic. I've just attended, before we started the interview, the presentation from Jessica Funk from Pala Investments, from Zug. And it was all about electric cars, battery metals, and I was really astonished because the prognosis or the estimate she gave was by 2030, they see already 1.2 million tons lithium consumption. This is the highest value I have seen so far. I was already between 800,000 tons and 1 million. Now 1.2 million. So that looks like that. Let's put it that way, the price backset in cobalt in lithium is maybe temporarily, because now from 2019 onwards, electric vehicle mobility and the sales are really start to kick in. So how much lithium, or let's say lithium end product for batteries, would you like to produce then in the future?
Okay, it's a difficult question. However, let me make my appreciation on that. I agree with that forecast. And think about this. We need to open a mine like our project per year and put it in full production. I almost dare to say that there's not enough time. Gentlemen, we're not getting there. There is not enough discoveries to actually back up that need. So there is a lot of work to do. There is a lot of financing and mine construction to do. It's a very thriving business. I do understand the difficulties of predicting what it is called the penetration rate. But think about something, okay? Everybody has what is called now a smartphone. But I ask you, how long took the historical phone to die? How fast we move from the old phones to the smartphones? I think it was a year, maybe 2. And everybody literally threw away everything. So that is going to happen when buying an electric car is cheaper, better, and costs less to maintain than a gas car. Literally, nobody will want a diesel or a gasoline engine. And that day, be prepared, because I can assure you there's no enough lithium discoveries.
So that's in favor for you guys.
Absolutely.
Because the price would restart to rise. You will go in production when? Probably 2021, 2022?
Yes. And something important, the price fall was only in China. And it's an oversupply that is temporarily speculative related, and China very frequently intervenes the market in different ways. But if you go to buy lithium carbonate in Chile or in Argentina, the price never went down, went up. So what came down are actually spot price in China. That, by the way, we never used them because it got in China to $25,000 a ton. Now it's back in 14 in China. But in Chile, it was 11,000 and it went down up to 14,000, 15,000, the same in Argentina, and it's the same price now. So the price didn't went down where the producers are. It went down only spot price in China.
I see. Perfect. Yeah, thank you very much. Merry Christmas, Waldo.
Thank you very much.
Really all the best for your pre-feasibility. We want to see good results then in the first quarter.
Excellent.
And I mean, you have the money to do it. So let's go for it because this world market needs your lithium.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it was Waldo Perez, the CEO of Lithium. And you heard it, the company is full on track. Pre-feasibility is going on. A lot of work has been done already. Company has $45 million in the bank, so they are financed for the next 2 years easily, also for the feasibility study, I would call it. And to be honest, like $500 million for the project is also makeable, because I could imagine that already the battery makers and some large car makers are really behind that company because they need the lithium. 2022 is probably a good date for the start of the production, and I would say check out the company. Thanks for watching us. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye from London.